We had just moved into the so-called prestigious suburban neighborhood. My dad, a man who's always had grease on his hands and love for engines in his heart, spent most of his free time fixing cars in our garage. It wasn't loud. It wasn't messy, but it was enough to make our neighbor Karen go full-blown HOA Karen. She called him names, nasty ones. Grease monkey, she'd shout from across her porch, loud enough for the whole street to hear. She even told other neighbors that we were bringing down the property value by being here. And it didn't stop there. A week later, an official-looking letter from the HOA showed up, accusing my dad of violating community standards for working on vehicles at home. We knew exactly who had filed the complaint. Karen, with her smug little grin, was standing on her lawn watching us read the letter like she had won some kind of battle. But my dad, he just smirked and said, "Let them come." Fast forward 2 weeks. Karen's expensive SUV breaks down right in front of her house. She's furious, stranded, and screaming into her phone. And guess who shows up? A tow truck from my dad's company. Turns out he doesn't just fix cars in the garage. He owns one of the largest auto repair chains in the state with over 40 locations. His trucks are everywhere. Karen's face went pale when she saw his name printed on the door. But of course, she didn't stop. No, Karen decided to take things further. She filed a formal complaint with the HOA and even tried to drag us to court, accusing us of misusing residential property for commercial gain. And here's where the real fun began. In court, the judge asked my dad what he did for a living. Calmly, without blinking, he said, "I own Automaster. We specialize in automotive repair, employ over 200 people, and service half the state." The courtroom was silent. Then the judge looked at Karen and said, "Calling this man a grease monkey is like calling Bill Gates computer repair man." Karen had no words. She lost the case. The judge threw out her complaint, fined her for harassment, and advised the HOA to formally apologize, which they did. As for my dad, he walked out of the courtroom, got back in his truck, and went right back to fixing the things that matter with his hands, his tools, and his pride. Moral of the story: never judge someone by the dirt on their hands. It might be the hands that built something far bigger than you could ever imagine.